Take us through sort of the content of the book. Tell us how this book can help us to learn and to acknowledge some of the pitfalls of the street, unfortunately.
Well, Joy and I both have experience in different areas. Joy, of course, with her law enforcement background, and my background with technology and family violence. What we wanted to do was combine our experience into one book to share with women our experience of every aspect of women's safety that we could think of, to share our experience in the hope that people, not only women, everyone can take advantage of this, but we specifically cover safety from the perspective of women, the emotional and mental aspects. So we wanted to combine everything into one book. We talk about a defensive living strategy because defensive living, we believe, is like defensive driving. You get into your car with a few strategies and rules and a lot of confidence. You drive along every day. You are not terrified to drive. You pass thousands of other vehicles. A lot of people are not paying attention. They're putting their makeup on. They're watching even videos sometimes,
yes.
doing things, but they are not terrified. They're driving along with confidence because they know the rules. They know some strategies. And we want that same confidence to extend to women in their daily lives. So we started with the defensive living strategy. We talk about safety intuition, as we mentioned. We also believe that an important strategy for women is to be persuasion proof. When men are asked something, hey, can you do something for me? And the man says no. That's the end of the discussion, isn't it? He just said no. All right, that's it. We're going to go on our way. When a woman says no, that's the beginning of the persuasion process. Oh, we have to change her mind because we as a society are not accustomed to women saying no. So we talk about that. We talk about women being pressured and the stages of that, women being pressured to change their mind because somebody wants something from them. Whatever that something may be. It may be as simple as, hey, can you give me a hand over here, to, hey, come over here for a minute and get in my car. There's a huge gamut, but women are expected to comply, whether it's men or other women. We talk about sham, scams, and cons. That is a huge issue in our society, especially with the advent of social media and technology, and how predators no longer need physical access to victims. They can do it, electronically.
Yep.
We also talk about dating, which is so important for young women, and how we want young women to understand that domestic violence and abuse does not exist in a vacuum. These are patterns, and those patterns are established during the dating process. So we want women of all ages, of course, but particularly younger women who may not have a lot of experience in dating, to understand patterns like love bombing on the first date, when their date, comes on strong and it's a whirlwind romance. I mean, that's what we're sold as part of the American dream.
Yeah, right? We are. I was just getting ready to say, isn't that every movie that we've ever seen?
So think La La Land, Pretty Woman, all of that, oh, it's a whirlwind romance. Finally, somebody appreciates and loves me. But that's the hook, or that's the first step, actually, in the process of domestic violence, because that's the emotional hook. We fall in love, somebody loves me and appreciates me. And once that hook has been established, the abuser knows that they can control the victim. And it may or may not be conscious. It may just be the way the perpetrator is or has been raised, or their personality, whatever. But we describe some personality traits that women can look for that say, oh, you know what? I'm being love bombed. Oh, you know what? These patterns of domination and control are being established early in the dating pattern. And the sooner you leave, the much easier it will be. We talk about that. We talk about women and weapons. And, guns aren't the only option. They're an option if that's what you want. but they're not for everybody. And we discussed that, and we don't have any opinion about that for other people.
Right.
But Joy talks about that, from her experience in law enforcement. And then we conclude also with Joy going into some ways that she leads her daily life. And I'm also going to add that we talk about how to recover from trauma. That we believe that every person on this planet has been traumatized in some way, shape, or form. I mean, it's a traumatic society that we live in. But women in particular, we ourselves have done a lot of trauma work, and that because you have been traumatized, it's not a death sentence. Please don't be ashamed. Please seek help. There is not only life after trauma, but there's post-traumatic growth, and that you can grow from being traumatized and still live your life as a whole person. And that's our hope for you.